Greetings and peace. I hope you and yours are doing well today, wherever you might be watching this from. And the title of the Masonic education video that I wanted to do for the month of July 2023 is a book review and a Sufi and Masonic analysis of the new upcoming book, which will be released on July 11th, The Alchemical Search for the Unified Field, Pythagorean, Hermetic, and Shamanic Journeys into the Invisible and Ethereal Realms, by my brother and friend, Richard E. Kretz. This is one of the greatest books that I have read as a Sufi and as a Freemason. And it has taught me knowledge which is you are not going to get it in the lodge or the modern day lodge system, nor its side orders or appendant bodies. So again, I represent myself only, and I do not represent any Grand Lodge statements or opinions. And I hope you benefit from the teachings that I've been able to gather from this book. And this book is basically, it details Brother Rich's experience, and it's divided into three sections: the bell, the book, and the candle, showing the three stages of realizations that we must come through. Now, we are told about the pillars of Masonry, about strength and beauty, but what is emphasized in this book is the middle pillar, wisdom, which is not often mentioned, is that equilibrium between the two, and the aspects of opening up your third eye, alchemy of man, transforming yourself into a higher being, and opening your third eye, and all of that stuff in between. So I have taken some notes down which will help me better teach you, the audience, of what I've learned in this book, as I do with my book reviews. So thank you. So the first point that I was able to pick from this is most Masons don't know the truth. It is a tough road, but you must always trust God in search of the light. Now, those that are Freemasons who follow my channel, and those that have been through the lodge system, no matter what jurisdiction you're in, you can relate to what I'm saying, is because the modern day lodge system, in terms of the spiritual knowledge or the esoteric truth and knowledge and knowing, you are not taught that in the lodge system. You just go through the boring business meetings. Like, once you get your degrees, you're just basically attending business meetings, and that's not helping anybody. So most Masons, they do not know the truth, and it's basically you're on your own. And you are kind of told that there are many who have walked this road before you, but you must walk it alone, because everyone has their own points of knowing, self-realization, what makes sense to them, what doesn't make sense to them. So every Mason at his journey, his or her journey, right, they will be able to find out what really clicks for them, what epiphanies they have in life. So everyone's road is different, but at the same time, the road can be difficult with ruffians and those that try to come in your way and try to stop you. Now, the importance of immortality of the soul is also taught, examples being used of life, seasons, water, etc. How we have the cycles of water, vapor, clouds, rain, how you have life, death. When you get buried, your body becomes minerals and then plants grow from it. You have day, night, and how your soul and your energy basically continuously transforms into one life cycle to another. It's like what the Sufi says, that I was a mineral, then I became a plant, then I became an animal, then I became man, then man becomes angel, then angel goes back to God. So you return to the origin of the source. And how in Islam, when somebody passes away, we say, to God we belong, and to him you shall return. So everything is part of that infinite source that's recycling itself in this continuous loop, where once that life form leaves the source, it goes through these different cycles and reincarnations, but eventually it comes back to that 0 point, back to that source from whence it came. And that's what Brother Rich is teaching us in this book. And also the importance of the oblong square. And this is also represented in Hinduism, the elements, ancient Egypt, Islam, and also the aspect of the Masonic Lodge and why the oblong square is so important. And what does it really detail in terms of the secrets of the universe and the secrets of Masonry that most lodges aren't teaching you. And that's another reason why I recommend getting this book. the importance of meditation, opening your third eye, grounding. I mean, we're living in the age of chaos from 2020 through 2029, and it is recommended that you do ground yourselves with your bare foot, because your body is kind of an electrical vehicle and it does produce energy. You are energy in its purest form. So if you walk barefoot, because the ground, Mother Earth, is holy ground, and Masons would understand the importance of walking barefoot and respecting the holy ground. So walking barefoot, soaking your feet in the ocean, in the seas, on the soil, meditating, opening your third eye, and the aspects of why Masons should be in tip-top shape. Most Masons you look at today, I hate to say it, most of them they're slobs. They're not in shape. They're fat. They're sick. They're not doing well in their lives, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, and in other ways because of that egregore that sometimes gets the best of them. But the true Mason should be in tip-top shape, mentally, physically, financially, spiritually, health-wise, and all of that in between. So that aspect is also addressed in this book, why the rough ashlar should continuously be perfected so you become a smooth ashlar, and why that perfect master should continuously be helping himself, herself, right? None of us are perfect, but at least live a healthy life, healthy lifestyle where, let's say with myself, I'm not wearing any ring, no hat, no shirt, but I make people ask me, who are you? You have to be the exemplar in your life, in your etiquette, in your lifestyle, in your dealing with others and self. You make them ask you, who are you? I want to walk the path that you're walking. I want to be like you. And that's basically what Brother Rich is addressing. It's about representing yourself as the true exemplar by meditating, by being the best, by knowing, thinking, and understanding at tip-top shape levels. And most Masons, even when they go through the lodge system, they're always given a generic answer that it's all in the work or it's all in the ritual. It is, but it also isn't. So, I mean, if it was, then Masonry would not be in decline, and most of these guys that are coming in, they wouldn't disappear after getting their degrees, or even sticking around for a bit but eventually disappearing, knowing that it's only those that are friends with the higher ups who see any benefit in getting involved in Masonry, and those that are on the bottom, they're kept in a continuous loop like a hamster in a wheel, regardless if they're paying their dues, staying out of trouble, being worshipful master, and all that stuff. There's a certain reality that you're kept in, and you won't be able to get past that if you're not buddy with the higher ups and these other guys who are just got their own inner city cliques going on, and they're not helping anybody but their own selves. So most Masons you see, like the neighborhood Masons that you see in this world, they're part of that hamster of the wheel process where they're just continuously kept in that loop. So even they themselves don't know what's really going on. So that's what inspired Brother Rich to also think outside of the box and write this book, because the aspects of the third eye and your soul, the immortality of the soul, and keeping yourself in good shape and all of that stuff, and realizing the truth of God, searching for light, because Masons are continuously searching for light. And if you ask these questions in any appendant body or lodge, you're frowned upon. So this is something that you have to pursue on thine own self. Now, moving on. Brother Rich at a time comes in search of a mentor, because in reality, whether you're dealing with the Sufi path or Masonic path, there is no such thing as individualism. We're all walking each other home, and we owe this love and light to one another. So Brother Rich comes across a Native American shaman named Charles, and of course this journey takes place on a mountain. So I refer to Charles as the old man of the mountain. And since Charles has passed, may he rest in peace, and may he continue to watch over the seekers of light, not only Brother Rich, but those that were inspired by reading his story through this book and getting to know him as well. I felt like I was there with them in some of their journeys, and how how Charles was able to teach Brother Rich the aspects of keeping calm in nature and how nature will test you, the mountain will test you, and those kind of things. And it's important that we have these experiences, whether it's in body, out of body, connecting with nature, being duly tested and tried, how you even have in Masonry, and we inherit the spirit of our teachers. So we must keep that in mind. We must push our boundaries and comfort zones, because if you're not doing that, then you're not going to grow. That's another lesson taught in this book. The importance of healing all wounds during the flying out of body experience. This is something that happened to Brother Rich when that epiphany happened for him, where everything became one, enlightenment or epiphany. When that lock opens, for those that know, he realized the importance of healing all wounds. And those that have experienced trauma in the past, it's not your fault that circumstances made your life the way that it was, whether you're a man or a woman, whatever happened in your life. Learn to forgive yourself. In order to find forgiveness, you must be able to forgive yourself and then forgive others as well. That's the way you get past traumas and you heal old wounds. And ultimately, that makes you a better you. And when you become a better you, the world automatically becomes better when the souls and individuals inside of it become better. And everything is a continuous cycle of infinite experience. You must carve your own path and mark, and even if the lodge is not teaching you. So it's like what I did with my YouTube channel and with my education presentations and lectures on different religions and philosophies. A lot of these guys in the West, especially the Western Masonic education system, they have like a Eurocentric point of view where they only want to give credit to Greeks and Romans, or that Masonry was founded by the stone builders and the 1717 story, not knowing that these teachings and philosophies and even the symbol of the square and compass was being used by other cultures and societies of the East long before 1717 ever came around. And even if you look at the Chinese gods, Nuwa and Fuxi, holding the square and compass, recreating the world, which is like 2,000 years before 1717, and how even Mencius was the first person who was Confucius's apprentice, who used the term Master Mason. So we must not let these things divide us, and give credit where it's due in terms of knowledge and all of that stuff. And also, it's important. I mean, this book is going to be released on July 11th, and I'm giving an early book review. It was my honor to receive this early. So I'm posting this video on July 3rd, but this will be released on the 11th. So without spoiling it too much for you, I hope you were able to understand what Brother Richard Kretz is trying to teach you in terms of the alchemical transformation of man, and that no matter what path you follow, whether it's religion, philosophy, as long as it's helping you become a better person, you're not hurting anybody, and you feel in your heart, intuition, that it's right for you, then that's your path. It's not about your God or my God. If you don't believe what I believe, you're going to hell. It's not about that. It's about the alchemical transformation of man into something better. So if you could do that, then you have accomplished what Brother Rich is trying to teach you. When he even gives you teachings from the Native Americans, from Hinduism, from Shamanism, there's something to be learned from everything. Even what I learned covering all of these religions and philosophies. No matter what road you're taking, it's all taking you to the same destination. And it's about giving importance to self. And ultimately, it's all within your own self. So the aspect of becoming one with God, how Masonry is always teaching you to trust God and fear no danger, believe in a supreme being, search for light, become a better thinker, knower, doer, and all that in between. All of these paths are reiterating that same message. And if you can do that, open your third eye, become a better human being, and just become one with everything around you, then you accomplished everything what all of these religions, philosophies, and mystery schools are trying to teach you. So just that one thing alone will connect everything for you. So I hope you were able to take something away from my Masonic education video for July 2023. And without any further spoilers, I'll put the link in the description below. Please check out Brother Rich's book, The Alchemical Search of the Unified Field. Thank you so much. And I hope you were able to take something away from it. Thank you.